The result, the outcome was highly expected, and the voting went along partisan lines, except for the first article of impeachment, where there was a surprise crossover. Tell us about that.
Yes, so Senator Mitt Romney of Utah, he said that he believed what the House managers brought. He said he thought about this, he prayed over this, he cited religion in his statement that he put out this afternoon on his speech on the Senate floor. And this was largely expected. He was one who was pushing for witnesses, but it wasn't quite clear exactly how he was going to come down. So you saw a lot of Democrats feel a little bit vindicated by this of, hey, look, here's a Republican who says that the president should be removed from office. Of course, there was never really any doubt that President Trump would be removed. That would have required 2/3 votes, but it's a symbolic victory for some Democrats today.
Laura, obviously the impeachment trial is over, but I'm curious, are House Democrats done? They still have the power of subpoena. I'm sure there are things, witnesses they would like to talk to, investigations, subpoenas, and so forth. Even if there's not an impeachment, could we still see more hearings that will sort of attempt to shine a negative light on Trump between now and the election?
Certainly, and that's something that House Democrats were already talking about when they met this morning. House Judiciary Chairman Gerald Nadler hinted that he might be interested in subpoenaing John Bolton. There are, of course, other investigations that are already ongoing. There's litigation about whether Don McGahn will testify. Of course, they're still trying to get Trump's tax returns. There's several different lawsuits there. So there's other things that the House Democrats are putting their interest into, and that even puts more pressure on some of those investigations if they want to have something to show voters of, look, here's something bad that President Trump has done. Of course, President Trump is fighting those on his end too. So it'll really be a battle of, what can Democrats find, and also will the courts work fast enough to have something out in time by early November.
Laura, we know the president did not mention the impeachment in his State of the Union address, although it certainly was a backdrop given the tension between him and the Speaker of the House. Is the White House, is the president going to be addressing the impeachment, his acquittal in the impeachment charges at all today? Do we know if that's on the schedule?
It's unclear if Trump himself will be doing that. Trump's lawyers will be going to the microphones today after the acquittal to sort of have a victory lap, a congratulatory lap. Trump, some Republicans were asked about this as they were headed into the vote of, how should Trump respond? And they said, well, as we all know, that Trump sort of is his own communications director and goes by his own instincts. But he will certainly have his surrogates out there kind of pointing to his victory here and that he was acquitted, absolved of these charges today.